Good evening, and welcome to Top Notch Talk with Uncle Quick. I am yours truly, Uncle Quick, and I want to thank you so much for stopping by. Do me a favor, go ahead and hit the click like as well as the subscribe button, so every time I drop a new video, you'll be the first one to get it. Now, the reason for this video this evening is because in a dating world, single world, a lot of my friends are single. I continue to hear this term, ain't shit dudes. This dude ain't shit. I went out with a dude. I found out he ain't shit. And so I was like, what is it that determines, what makes you determine that this dude ain't shit? And they'd be like, this, and this. And so I've kind of gathered all the information that I have obtained from a lot of different single people, single women, and I started to do some research. So that's why the title of this video is called The Creation of the Ain't Shit Nigga. Ain't Shit Dude. I'm sorry. I'm gonna try to refrain from using the word nigga because I understand how offensive it can be to some people, and we are far too intelligent to call each other that when there are other things that we can call each other. So again, the title of this video tonight is The Creation of the Ain't Shit Dude. Now, how is the ain't shit dude created? We're gonna have to go way back. Now, for those of us that was born in the 70s, early or late, here's how you can determine if a dude ain't shit. If he was born between 1982 and 2002, chances are you dating a guy that ain't shit. How does this ain't shit dude create it? In the early 80s, there was a women empowerment movement that was pushed, and it was totally like, well, you ain't gotta depend on no man for nothing. You can go to school, you can get you a career, and you can take care of yourself, and you don't need no dude. And a lot of women grabbed hold of that, especially women of color. They grabbed that and they ran with it. And in the midst, they was going to school, they getting their jobs, they was furthering their careers, and they had kids. And we'll just say for the example, because the title of this video is The Creation of the Ain't Shit Dude, they had a son, right? Went to happy hour, had a couple of drinks, dude talked to him, a baby was created, a baby was born. So now she has this son, proud to be a mother, got her stuff together, she going to school, she working, furthering her career, she's raising her son. Now, because there is no male figure in the house, he's only getting taught a one-sided battle because he's only learning based off what his mother sees and what she does. So he's 8, 9 years old. He sees his mama going to work. She take care of him. Then in that same generation, the slogan that we always hear, and we was taught that you want to make sure that your kids had better than you did. So of course, you're going to make sure that your son is fly because you feel that your son is a representation of you. So he's going to be fly. He's going to have the latest gear. He's going to have the latest shoes. He's going to have the latest phone, whatever. So all the while you out there raising and bumping and grinding with him, he gets to about 13. Once he gets 13, you feel like, okay, maybe he need to start doing some responsibilities around the house. So because you raised him, and you've taken care of him and you've done everything for him, hey, I need you to take the trash out. And he's like, okay, mama. So I ain't worried about that. He go back in the room, he playing the game. So you get up in the morning, you get ready to go to work, you see the trash ain't been taken out. What you do, because you want your house clean, you take the trash out. So he doesn't even know how to take the trash out now because you've taken the trash out for him. So you out and about, you catch a flat tire, you and your son together, and your son doesn't know how to change a tire. You don't know how to change a tire. You call AAA because you got roadside assistance with your insurance. Roadside assistance comes out, changes the tire. Same thing with him in his neighborhood. The bicycle that you bought him that he wanted so bad, he riding the bike, the chain pops on the bike. He don't know how to fix the chain. You don't know how to fix the chain. So you walk over to Mr. Joe next door. Mr. Joe, can you fix my son's chain on the bike? He's like, yeah, I'll take care of it. Your son take his bike over there. Mr. Joe fixes it. He jumps back on the bike. He takes off. Probably along the year, the chain pops again. He go to Mr. Joe. Mr. Joe said, well, I showed you how to fix the chain last time. You didn't learn? He cops an attitude with Mr. Joe. He puts the bike in the garage. Don't ride the bike no more. So you done spent $200 for a bike that's sitting in the garage because he don't want to fix the chain. So let's go back. You wash his clothes, you feed him, you take care of him. He gets up in age. He really doesn't have any regards for cleaning up other than his room. Now, here's why he cleans his room. A son normally cleans his room when you threaten his life. Boy, I will kill you in here. Or you threaten to take that game, right? So he gonna make sure that he keep his room clean because he want to maintain his activities that he do after school. So now he's into high school, right? So now he's transforming from a little boy to a man, or a young man. And so he doesn't know, because he hasn't seen how to treat a woman, right? Because you normally do your thing behind the scenes, so it's really not visible to him. All he knows is what he does see. If a guy comes over, pits him on the head like a dog and go to the room, he think that's how it's supposed to be. So he graduates high school, goes to college, he graduates from college, and he's getting ready to, now he's a young man. And he lacks the ability to show emotion toward a woman. He lacks the ability to know how to love a woman because he never saw a man love his mom. So because he lacks all of that, now you have a college educated man who has graduated from college, and now he's an adult, and he lacks some of the basic emotions needed for dating. He doesn't know that a man's supposed to open the door for a woman when they go out. He doesn't know that because he never saw that. But then women are so quick to condemn, oh, that dude ain't shit. He ain't this, he ain't that. Regardless of what cultural background you come from, men are men all the time, everywhere. So it's like, I gotta get some water. So it's like, he doesn't know this and he doesn't know that. And the reason that he doesn't know these things is because he wasn't taught these things. Ladies, let me tell you something about a man. When a man is taught by his mother, he takes a great deal of pride in that. Example, when a man learns how to cook, when his mom and his grandmother teaches him how to cook, he remembers that, he learns that, and he's willing to show that to a woman. So when y'all meet these guys, the chefs or executive chefs, sous chefs, they always want to cook for you. Not because they've been educated how to cook, but because they were taught at home growing up how to cook. They went to school for culinary arts just to perfect that and learn the entire aspect of it. But they knew how to cook before they got in culinary arts. So when men learn things, especially from their mother, they are proud to let women know that they know these things. Now, I know a lot of y'all are gonna say, well, where the daddy at? Well, let's go back to the 80s when you grabbed hold to, I don't need a man for nothing. I'm gonna take care of my own family. I'm gonna do this. So now that you're doing those things, and by the way, most women, all women do a great job in raising these kids by themselves, going to work, going to school, doing all of this stuff. So I salute and kudos to you. But we're talking about your son and how your son became the ain't shit dude that your friends, peers, and colleagues talk about when y'all at the water cooler or at lunch. I hate to say it, I'll take the flack for it, so leave your comments, and I will respond to every comment left. But women, you are the creators of the ain't shit dude, because you babied him. He ain't had to cut grass. He didn't have to learn how to do stuff with his hands. He didn't learn those things from you because you didn't do those things. For those women that have done that, I salute you, but it's not a lot of y'all out there. So when you raise this kid and you give him everything he wants and he don't have to work for it, and he expects certain things, when he grows up into a man, that's how it translates. He meets a woman, his mindset is he's looking for a woman to take care of him. Why? Because my mama took care of me. He's looking for a woman that's going to feed him. Why? Because his mama fed him. He's looking for a woman to buy him clothes. Why? Because his mama did that. What is he going to do? He going to be chilling at the crib on the game. Now, you got some that got college educated. They found him a job. But he still want that because that was the environment that he grew up in. That's what he knows. Now, my next video, I'm going to address how men need to do better in that aspect. But it all starts from a baby, adolescence, young adulthood, going into adulthood. So, ladies, if you feel that you've encountered an ain't shit dude, chances are, look to his mother, because that's who created him. And they were created unknowingly. Like, they didn't know that making sure that my son had everything that I didn't have would hinder him going into his adulthood, but it did. We talk about it all the time, how rich kids that grow up with everything and they lose some money and they commit suicide because they never knew what it was like not to have money. So it's the same thing, transition from my mama took care of me, my mama did this, my mama did that. This is what my expectations are. So when you meet a guy and that's what's revealed from him, you can't give it, oh, he just sorry. It's not a matter that he's sorry. He may not know any better. His mama took care of him. His whole house, his mother took care of him his whole life. So he can't be condemned for that. Now, he can be condemned if he knows better. What the old people say, you do better when you know better. So for him, in the event if he had an opportunity to learn better and he elected not to do so, then that's on him. Now, on the flip side of that, for the other ain't shit dude, they're just sorry, he just don't want to do nothing and has an excuse for everything, every failure in his life is everybody else's fault. My next video will cover that and we will address those issues accordingly. So I just wanted to let everybody know that the ain't shit dude didn't just come out the sky. He was raised and he was taught that. And because he was taught that, it's unfortunate that you, the single lady, have to run into him and you have to go through that burden of finding out after 6 months, a year, 3 years, 10 years that he an ain't shit dude. It really kind of comes back from his background. So what I would suggest is when you're doing your meet and greet and dates with these dudes, ask those dudes those questions, not the resume questions. Where you work at, what you do, how long you been doing it, I got a degree in this, I work here, I do this, I do that. Stop asking the resume questions and ask some real family questions. What's your relationship with your dad like? What was your relationship with your mom like growing up? You know, find out that information, because the more you keep a person talking, the more you can find out. And once you find out, he's gonna tell you, if you can read between the lines, that he's an ain't shit dude. All you have to do is pay attention. Pay attention to the actions. If the actions don't match the words, then there you have it. So I just feel like that women, single mothers, are the ones who created the ain't shit dudes. You didn't know that you created him, but you created him. Hit the click the like button and subscribe button, so whenever I drop, you guys will have a new one. I appreciate your time, and y'all get back to me. Oh.